Okay, so for the past 5 or 6 weeks, we have been talking about parts of our body, right? The head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and everything in between. So hopefully you'll be able to use the head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? All the body parts to start making your own doctor's appointments, So that's what we'll be talking about. We talked about this a bit last Thursday in class. It is good to know these words in English and start getting comfortable, but I do want to mention, and we talk about this in class, there is a rule, also called a law, in the United States, that if you go to a doctor's office, they have to give you a translator or interpreter who speaks your language of choice, right? Your first language, Spanish, French, Creole, Ukrainian, who speaks your best language. Doctors' offices usually have a lot of money. They can pay for professional translators for you, and they have to by law. So even if you go to the doctor with a sister or a husband or a wife, someone who speaks better English than you are still allowed to ask for a translator or interpreter, okay? A lot of words that doctors use, because they're very smart and go to school for a long time, a lot of those are special medicine words. So by asking for a professional translator, you know that they have special training for those special medical words, okay? So let's talk about making appointments. This man is a doctor. So that's the word we were just saying, a doctor. He's usually in charge of the office. He's gone to school for a very long time to help you with medical issues. Sometimes you go in for a checkup, usually one time a year, and he says, check, 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 everything is all good, just making sure nothing is bad. So, but doctors also can help you with special things. And you say, doctor, my head hurts all the time. He knows what to do. If you go to another doctor, you might say, doctor, my foot hurts all the time. She will know what to do, right? So doctors have a lot of school and training to help you. If you see these two letters, DR with a dot, with a period, that is the abbreviation for doctor, right? That's the short way we like to write it. It's like Mr. or Mrs., but this is doctor. So this man is a doctor. Who is this woman? Because she is a nurse. A lot of our students are in school to become a nurse or to become a nurse again, right? So RN means registered nurse, right? You have to go to school again for a long time, take special tests, and then you become a registered nurse. So you will also see a receptionist at the doctor's office, right? They say, hello, Dr. Smith's office. How may I help you? Right? How may I help you? And they will help you make an appointment. They will help you with your medical billing, right? The money you have to pay. So the receptionist. Sometimes receptionists are also the nurse. So it depends. So this man, who knows what he is called? So this man is the patient, right? The patient is meeting with his doctor. So now, some of you may know the word patient from a different context, right? So you can be patient, right? This dog is being patient. It means he's waiting. He's being patient, right? He wants all the cookies, but he says, no, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait because my owner says to. I am patient. Then the owner says, okay, and the dog says yes, and then he eats all the cookies. So patient means to wait. That is different than being a patient. So just so you know, you are hearing the same word. So in case you're confused. So let me move my face. The man is a patient. He is the doctor's patient. But the dog is patient. Do you see the difference? The man is a patient. The dog is patient. The dog is being patient. People can be patient too, right? Not just dogs. Usually people are more patient than dogs, but who knows? So just so we know the difference. Moving on, some more words. you can call and, "I'd like to make an appointment, please. I'd like to make an appointment." Right? It means a day that you go see the doctor. A day that you go see the doctor. The receptionist or whoever picks up the phone will probably tell you, "Can you come in tomorrow at 3 p.m.? I'm sorry, Dr. Smith is full. His schedule is full until May 3rd. Can you come in May 3rd at noon?" Right? So they will help you schedule an appointment. So, right, sometimes the doctor is busy every day until a long time from now, right? Until a month from now. So if something is wrong, it's important to call right away. Moving on, this is a place in a doctor's office or any other, well, this is a waiting room, right? You have to be patient. If you are a patient in the waiting room, right, you have to wait. So that's probably not a level appropriate joke. Good, so waiting room, right? You sit, you wait for the doctor to call you. Usually the nurse will say, she'll open the door and say, "Hello, Jessica, Dr. Smith will see you now," and you will go with the nurse, right? "Hello, Dr. Smith will see you now." So this is called an exam room. Exam. Some of you might know the word exam from like a test. An exam is like a test. When you started English class with us, you took a test. You took a small exam for English. This is very similar. The nurse will give, or maybe the doctor, it depends. The nurse or doctor will give your body an exam. They will test your body to make sure everything is okay, right? They may check your vision, right? They may check your throat. They say, "Ah," to make sure everything's okay. They may take your blood pressure, so check your heart. So an exam. Good. All right, so a little bit about making an appointment. So first of all, to make an appointment, it's important for you to know your doctor's phone number and their office address, right? You need to be able to call your doctor and you need to be able to drive there or give somebody instructions. How do I get to the doctor's office? You need to be able to tell them. So, but at least if you know the address, you can type in the address to Google Maps or on a GPS. So you need to know your doctor's phone number and the address. So like we talked about, when you call to make an appointment, you will probably get a receptionist. They will say, "Hello, Dr. right? Dr. So-and-so's office, maybe Dr. Beck's office. How may I help you?" Or "How can I help you?" Same thing. How may I help you? How can I help you? Same thing. And you can tell them what's wrong. "I have a cough. It won't go away. My throat really hurts. I tripped and I can't walk on my knee. It really hurts," right? So you will need to tell the receptionist who answers the phone, you should tell them your first name and your last name. They might ask you how to spell it because they are looking up on their computer your information, right? And how do you spell that? We practice spelling in class all the time. "My name is Maria Sanchez. How do you spell that?" Right? And so tell them the letters. How do you spell? Means what letters, right? All of my students should be very familiar with that. So they will also ask you for your birthday. They may say it, "What is your date of birth?" What is your date of birth? And we'll talk about that in a moment. So they might need to know your phone number, right? What is a number we can call you back on, right? They say, "Oh, we're really busy. Let me call you back," right? So you need to be able to give them your phone number. Now, another thing they might say is, "Hello, Dr. Smith's office. Please hold," right? Please hold. Hold just means wait, right? It means be patient. So please hold. It means they're very busy and they need to go deal with maybe an emergency if they're busy. And then once they're calm, "Hello, thank you for holding. How may I help you?" Right? So if they say, "Please hold," do not hang up. Okay? They will get back to you, or they should get back to you. Sometimes they're very, very busy. So yeah, please hold. Okay. Now, they might ask you, "Who is your doctor?" So, or they might ask you, "Are you a new patient? Have you been here before? Are you a new patient?" So if you know your doctor's name, again, that helps them make an appointment for you faster. And then you can tell them, what's wrong? Why do you need to see the doctor, right? You don't say, oh, I'm bored and I want to come in and talk to the doctor. No, the doctor is always busy. So you have to have something that's wrong. So it's okay if you don't know what it is. You can say, my arm hurts and I don't know why. The doctor can help you with that, right? So making an appointment. First name, last name, maybe how to spell it. Date of birth, which is your birthday, your phone number, your doctor's name, or if you're a new patient, and then what's wrong. So let's talk about birthdays, right? So in class, if you remember, we sang happy birthday to almost every student. We must have sung it like 12 times, right? So some of you may come from languages or countries where you say the day, like I was born on the 3rd of April, 1924, right? You'd be very old. But in the United States, we always put the month first, right? So if I was born April 3rd, April is the 4th month, and then I would be born on the 3rd day, right? So 4th month, 3rd day, right? So that's why we have two M's, M, 04, April. So, and then two D's. For two, you need two numbers, 03, to represent the day, right? So if you write 4-3, that's not correct. They need two numbers for their medical records, okay? So, and then you need all 4 years, right? So if you see, we have Y, that means they need 4 numbers to write the year. So what did I say? 19, let's not make it 1924, that's insane. 1984, right? 1984. 04, 03, 1984. Right? And you can say 0 like, oh, or you can just say 04. So, and then all 4 years, not just 84, we need 1984. Okay? So that helps the people on the phone look up your medical information quickly. So your birthday. So write month, day, year. They look up your personal information on their computers. So you should be able to answer this question. When is your birthday? And say it using the month, day, year format. Good. Now, let's practice with phone numbers. You also need to be able to tell them your phone number. So, this is so the doctor's office can call you back, right? Or give you new information. Maybe you have an appointment on Friday, but you get a call on Wednesday. Hello, this is Geneva from Dr. Smith's office. I'm calling to tell you that we have to reschedule your appointment that was on Friday. Dr. Smith had an emergency. He has to reschedule you for Monday, right? New information, right? Or the office will be closed because of construction. Please come in on Monday instead, right? New information. So when you give them your phone number, make sure you use your area code, right? So usually here in our part of Pennsylvania, we have 717 or 223. That's a newer area code because there's just so many people now. So area code. Good. And then knowing your doctor's name. Okay, so we did an activity in class, and I'm going to put a link up on this YouTube video to another YouTube video, right? So we listened to the phone call a couple different times, and we wanted to be able to, oops, don't want to listen to it here. We want to be able to listen to the answers for these questions, right? We're going to listen again for these answers. We want to know who is calling the doctor's office. This is for the first conversation. Why is the woman calling? And what time is the appointment? Right? Who is calling? Why is she calling? What time is the appointment? So go take a listen and see if you can answer these questions. Now, we also wanted to practice quickly with time, saying the time. You can say hours and then minutes, right? So practice reading these out loud. My appointment is today at 9:30 a.m., right? A.m. means morning. My appointment is, and I will be quiet and let you answer the next ones. Right. So, next we listen to the third phone call. And in this phone call, we heard them ask, "Are you a new patient?" Because the lady on the phone was a new patient, right? It means she had not been to that doctor's office before. They don't know who she is. So they said, "Please arrive early. Please come to our office early to fill out forms," right? In the video, they said, "Please arrive at, please, your appointment is at 4. Please arrive 10 minutes early." She needs to fill out forms, right? She needs to fill out forms about herself. So, arrive early, before the time. If you arrive late, that's no good, right? So, I think it was 4 o'clock. So in the video, 4 o'clock in the afternoon was on time. If she comes at 4:15, that is late. That is no good. They might say, "We cannot help you today. You are late," right? That's no good. So especially because she has to take time to fill out forms. So they want her to arrive at 3:50 to fill out papers early. Now, one thing that I know we talk about in class is pronouncing 50, right? So 3:50, F-I-F-T-Y, 50. And it's important to say 50, because if you say 3:15, 15 with an N, right? So 15, 50, 50. So that's the importance of pronouncing correctly. You want to know when your appointment is. You don't want to be too early or too late. So, one more thing we heard about in the third dialogue. Do you have your medical insurance card, or your health card, I believe is what they called it, right? So it's important to have this. You don't need to memorize the numbers on it, but it's important to have this. This helps you pay your medical bills easier, especially in the US. So, your medical insurance card. And so here are the questions that we answered in class for the third dialogue. Again, I will put the link up in the video. So, what is the name of the lady calling the doctor? What is her name? What's wrong? Why does she need to arrive early? And what time does she need to arrive? I want to know both her time of appointment and what time she has to arrive early. And then, of course, why does she need to arrive early? Click. All right, we're going to pause this video, and then next video we're going to go over new patient information. So what doctor's offices want to know about you. Okay, good job.